parts, eBay Motors insurance.
Hello guys, James here. Well, I gotta show you another version of women. Another version of women really telling on themselves. So I'm gonna dedicate this to the foreign men that want to come over and you really want a good old-fashioned American woman. Do you want a woman that has a certain character, a little spontaneity? She just has this pizzazz to herself. Well, my foreign friend, wherever you are from, a part of the world, I mean, we're going to show you what type of American women we have over here in the West. So you want to settle down with the woman, go ahead, but before you do, we're going to show you what she does and how her character is and her traits. So, and when she comes over to your country, she carries these traits right with her. You're going to see the entitlement. You're going to see some things.
Yep. Wait.
But I got 4 videos I want to show you. First, it's going to come from a woman. What happened in Jamaica.
I recently covered the story about the woman who said that she was a California native and I guess she relocated to Houston. That was Tierra Allen, who calls herself the sassy trucker, a female truck driver that's got a reputation of being pretty flip at the mouth. She went over to Dubai with that rah-rah, where she found out real quick she was in the wrong place. If you missed those videos, I'll leave the links below. I talked about how she brought her disrespect to other countries. Well, there's a video floating around social media right now. This time it's in Jamaica. It shows a staff member at a well-known resort getting into a physical altercation with a guest. Got a lot to say about the situation, but first, take a second to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel and click the notification bell for all updates. If you're watching from Jamaica, drop your flags below in the comments. I have a story out of Jamaica. It comes from the very popular Rio Resort, Montego Bay in St. James. It's unclear what started the dispute. Not sure if the guest said something to the woman that was working at the resort, or if the worker said something to the guest. But one of them said something and the other one didn't like it, so they started fussing with each other. None of the witnesses explained that part, but one of them pulled out their phone. When they realized there was about to be a World Star moment, a Boondocks N-word moment, they quickly checked the temperature and was very accurate. There seemed to be an argument going on. Then the unidentified female guest in a red bathing suit took her drink and threw it at the female staff member. I'm told that female was a supervisor and she worked at the bar there. Now, after the guest threw the drink at the worker, she started casually walking off with the cup in her hand. She even tried to switch off. I don't know, maybe she thought this was all cute. But I'm still trying to figure out how Evelyn Lozada Jr. thought that she could throw a drink at somebody and just casually walk off, switching. It was crazy because she didn't walk off too far. That female staffer followed right behind her, and as soon as she got up on her, the staffer mushed the guest in the head and held on to her hair for a second or two. The guest stumbled forward a bit, but was able to balance herself so she wouldn't fall. Then she picked up that yellow caution sign, the slippery when wet type of sign that was on the floor. The guest picked it up and she slung it at the worker, and that sign did absolutely nothing to the staffer, who's obviously made up of aluminum steel or something. She basically ate that sign. Then they started throwing punches at each other. The sassy girl's friend had on a green swimsuit. She tried to come from the back to jump on the back of the big old woman, but that woman slung her off like a rag doll. That's when a male staffer jumped in to grab the sassy guest, and another female staffer, she came in and got the big lady to walk away. Compared to the guest, the worker was as big as LeBron James. You have to look at the video. I'll leave the link below. She could rumble with any lineman on the football field, like she was a female Jamaican Chad Wheeler or something. And that's the biggest reason why the guest was not only sassy, but silly and stupid. Her and her friend, I'll call them Thing 1 and Thing 2. Did Thing 1 really think she'll be able to fight that big old bear? Nah, see, dumb out-of-control flamingos, like these city girls Thing 1 and Thing 2, they try to pull this mess on men all the time. They love poking the bear. They know they're not bigger or stronger than the bear, but they'll just keep on agitating it until the bear gets frustrated, and then they love to cry victim like, why did the bear attack me? Okay, so both of these women argue with each other, and when it comes to the verbal disagreement, I can't say who was wrong or right because I don't know the details, but I can say that the sassy guest is the one who escalated the situation. She's the one who turned this verbal disagreement into a WWE match. All because she wanted to act like she was Evelyn Lozada on Basketball Wives or something. I'm telling you, a lot of the women that we're seeing today, they grew up on Basketball Wives. That's where she got that drink thrown from. You see, Evelyn, she used to go on there doing that on Basketball Wives. And you notice whenever she got married to Ocho for like 30 days, try to run up on a bear, and you see what happened to her? Just like this one right here. She tried to run up on a bear, and that Jamaican lady had to put paws on her.
One thing my prostate cancer hasn't changed. This place.
Oh,
We made some great memories here.
it gets better. It gets
Wow, your skin
better.
is amazing.
You foreman, pay
thank
attention to
you.
this.
I got my Old Spice, gentlemen.
You know, one thing I cannot stand as I watch these videos is that older women talking about relationships, and they have no successful relationship at all to even be basing their opinions on. Go ahead, let's review.
There is no justification for dating down. I don't care that you have it all together. I don't care that you have a master's degree. I don't care that you own a home. I don't care that you don't need him. I don't care that you've got tons of money in the bank, that you're famous, or whatever it is you believe that you've accomplished, that you think is going to spare you from the consequences of dating a Dusty. It doesn't work. It never worked. Ask people. Ask people.
And fellas, you know what I'm about to say. The look of that woman, she look like she chasing Zaddy. She look like she chasing brothers like that. Okay? And she talking about Dusty this and Dusty that.
Most women like
You
that.
talking about
Don't
Zaddy? Because that's a lot of time what y'all get. Y'all get a Dusty Zaddy. But you want a black man to be so high class. But you know, one thing the late David Carroll said is that their white skin covers a multitude of sins with them. Because fellas, you know she got that look. You know she got that look about her.
Homer, if it really works, if you think that you're so accomplished that you don't have to take into account who this man is, what he does, his character and his values, who you choose to partner with in life is one of the most detrimental decisions of your life. It matters. It matters if your baby daddy is trash. It matters if your husband is trash. It matters if your boyfriend is trash. Now, what's trash to you, I can't tell you that. But what I know is when you lie down with a Dusty, you cannot think that some of that dust won't get on you. It does. There is nothing that's going to spare you from the repercussions. Because guess what? They're going to embarrass you the same way. That humiliation is coming no matter what. You thought that you paid all the bills and you're a good woman and you honor him and you're just waiting for him to get his stuff together. You hold it all down that he was going to do what? Reward you in the end. There is this scarcity mindset that has women thinking that if I only just, take care of everything and I don't ask him for anything, in the end, he's just going to be a safer bet than a man who is established and on his feet. That is a lie. I don't know how many times I'm going to tell you that's a lie that they told you to get you to lower the price and sell yourself for pennies on the dollar. It doesn't ever work. It doesn't. Have you seen it work? I mean, I'm 42. I've never seen it work.
And you don't have a wedding ring on either, ma'am. You don't have it on. So what has really worked for you? Let's continue.
He's still going to be who he is. A broke man is not a safer bet than a wealthy man. You can have both. You can have both security in your finances, and you can also have a man with virtue. You do not have to change. As a matter of fact, I've seen Dusties be way more abusive.
And a woman, 42 years old, talking about Dusties all the time. Like, see, if you had a man, you wouldn't be talking about Dusties, right? Be careful, young women, with ladies like this. 42 years old, no wedding ring on her hand at all, none. But she has all the advice for you and trying to talk to you as a younger woman when you're in your prime. I would tell you this. Secure your husband in your prime. Don't try to be 42 years old like this woman and try to get your man. This will be much harder for you. I don't care how you look. I don't care if you stay in shape. I don't care if you look younger than 42. Don't matter. You need to secure your man in your 20s. You have an opportunity to do so, you do it. Of course, I would never advocate being with a guy that's abusive. Never advocate for a guy that's just sorry. I would never advocate that. But if you meet a guy, he's a decent guy. He's a hard-working guy. He has ambition. He wants a family. He wants children. Then get with that man. Because that game playing a lot of y'all do sometimes. A lot of these women talking don't have a husband. Always remember that. And I don't want you young women to end up like them.
That's so true. That's so true. He's right. He's absolutely right. And they bitter and they angry. But this is what our Western women do. They get online, they show their behind
The
on.
problem is not that you don't want to spend money on
But they
women.
say
It's
stuff
that
like this.
you don't have enough money.
Find myself a nice young one who can barely speak English. She has an education.
The majority of the people who are on this journey are doing it to be genuine. Whatever man raises his hand and says that he shouldn't have to do that, or it doesn't make any sense, or it's not fair, open his wallet up and you will see nothing.
This is what America and Western men got to deal with.
Welcome back to More to Life. I'm not gonna hold you. Let's get right to it.
Honestly, what they think is that they're going to lead the country and they'll have more opportunity to mislead, to trick, to take advantage.
Huh? Why is the first thing she says mislead, trick, and take advantage?
Are you sure about that?
Of women overseas. Yes, there are men who are genuinely going to find wives, but the majority of the people who are on this journey are doing it for nefarious reasons. They're not doing it to be genuine.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
They're not doing it to actually find love or build a family or build marriage.
Shame is one of the 4 major arrows of a low-value woman.
Because they're out here to pretend like they could trick it like they got it. It's delusional. So
Trick it like they got it. You know what? Right? There's guys that are going for marriage. There's guys that are going for that too. So what is it to you? Right?
Right.
I don't hear you talking about the woman going to Jamaica or the woman going to all these other places. You want to know why? You probably don't even know, and also on top of that, you probably don't care. The reason why it matters what passport bros are doing, number one, the guys that are leaving was a cleanup crew a lot of times. Or not even that. They just want to shame every man for every little reason, right? So you women claim guys are not wanted, then they go ahead and go. Nobody wants them anyway. So now they're leaving. Now they're leaving for nefarious reasons. And they're the P word, right? They're predatores. What they say. And this is what it says here. They think moving out the country is going to make them better men, not realizing it's their characters that's keeping them from love. They got it all wrong. It's not about characters keeping men from love. The men don't want love with women in the country. Face it. It's not a good situation back home. And even if some men were leaving and keeping them from love, why is that? Because they're a nice guy? The woman want the guy that makes them feel like they have a need more than the guy has a need? Is that why? Yeah, that's exactly why. Let me keep on to the next video.
This passport bros phenomenon, if you don't know, passport bro is a black man who's decided that dating black women in America is too hard for him, so he needs to go out of the country and take his business elsewhere because the women here take advantage of him and we ain't rolling up in no way, so he's got to go get it elsewhere.
So does white men.
It has
It's been absolutely hilarious. I wish I could find the video, but I'm sure y'all have seen it. Video of this dude, I think he was in the Dominican Republic, literally saying that back in the day, you could come down here and you would not have to spend a lot of money to get girls' attention. You wouldn't have to spend that much money to court her.
No, the guy's not saying that. And I remember the guy, right? The guy is simply stating, you know what guys are doing going down to Colombia? And not Colombia so much, but more so Dominican Republic. Guys are going there, throwing watts of cash in the air, throwing ones.
Right.
Some even throwing 5s and 10s and 20s, even some maybe 100s, right? You know what that's gonna do? That's gonna have women thinking every guy coming down there is just balling out like crazy. It's gonna turn women out there into modern woman of America. And you don't understand why guys are leaving? Now, the thing is, for the guys going down to DR to play, you know what? Hey, you're going out to play anyway, right? But for the guys going for love, and other times the guys going looking for love, won't be in no city areas where guys are throwing money anyway, right? But the guy was simply stating, and he's right, because even it may get out to even regular women, right? And they'll see, oh, American guys are throwing money in the beach. It drives the price up on everything. Why would a guy want that? A guy's going for paradise. A guy's going to get away from the modern ways. And it's not even just the woman, right? Why would a guy want to go to a place where it's like leaving America and going to a place that's 2 times more? Guys doing that is going to turn DR into America and being 2 times more. I'm sure the prices already went up over there. But let me let her finish.
And whatnot. And now that there have been all of these, an influx of men coming to the Dominican Republic and spending money on them, now they're starting to cost more. He's literally complaining about inflation on women. It has now become too much money for you. Even in the Dominican Republic, you don't have enough money. Huh? Is that not hilarious? I also want to point out that, so we were right all along. The problem is not that you don't want to spend money on women. It's that you don't have enough money, which is what we have been saying.
How is him breaking down guys overdoing it that he doesn't have enough money, right? The man simply said he's been down there for a while, and she's right. Guys gonna mess it up, how things used to be, right? And you can mess up for guys in the future. It's not that he doesn't have enough money. There may be guys coming out there that really want to find love, and then they may not have enough money. How about that? See, this was happening with Paso Bros. You got the guys that are rich that are leaving. You have the guys that don't have that much money that are leaving. If you don't want them, why do you want to feel vindicated for?
In this video, I want to do a quick overview
That makes sense,
of
right?
the monthly passive income.
That makes sense what he said, right?
If AI collects your data, all you gotta do, please play the 17-year-old Tupac, the interview. That's who he was.
I get a lot of friends because I have respect for women, ultra respect for women. But then, like I was liking this girl in Tam, and I'm extra nice, extra gentleman. I'm extra just like, oh, you're beautiful and you deserve the best. And she told me I was too nice.
Yeah, he was this innocent, almost, dare I say, somewhat effeminate type of dude, right? Like when you really look at that interview,
I couldn't believe it. It wouldn't work because I was too nice. That was the ultimate stab in the back. So I went through a week of just going, forget it, I'm just gonna be like them. Because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word, and they smack and beat and they're getting girls.
He was a very soft person. That's who he was.
And I'm going, peace, and I think you're beautiful, and they're going, well, I like him because he's masculine.
2 years later, he plays Bishop. And that character that he created with Bishop influenced millions of people, and he stayed in that character. Because I literally would see him flip-flop from one character to the other, because we would hang out, we'd play pool, and famously people would say, your friend looks like Tupac. And they didn't think that could be him, because he was more like that 17-year-old guy.
So that was the actor and martial artist Michael J. White talking about how Tupac turned into a bad boy mostly to get women. He wasn't like that from the start. So for you ladies out there running after these bad boys, most of these guys are doing it just to impress you. Mind you, I grew up in a neighborhood with a bunch of these so-called bad boy types, and I gotta tell you, some of them, behind closed doors, are softer than the Pillsbury Doughboy. And a little later on in this video, I'm gonna show you guys who are so-called bad boys, who in reality, they're just responding to issues the same way women do.
What were some of the things you were told about men while growing up?
Don't trust them. Yeah, I agree with that one.
What is the most surprising thing you've learned about men from your experiences?
You can't trust them. Facts.
They're right, you can't trust them, or at least the guys they choose.
Do you prefer a man who's a gentleman or a bad boy?
Bad boy. Bad boy.
They choose the bad boy, but all men are trash when it doesn't work out.
Is it fair to say women lust after bad boys and want to settle down with nice guys?
Yeah.
This is why the bad boy type will never have to get a passport and travel to other countries for women. Hell, he has to pick up the litter right here in his own backyard, from the younger ones to the older ones.
If you happen to be looking for a quality man, where would you expect to find one?
Quality man? Church? Yes.
When was the last time you went to church?
The guy asking the questions is from his channel, It's Complicated. I love that guy because he pretty much asks these women questions that make them hang themselves. Now check out this next video of a young lady who I believe is in the music industry talking about the type of guys she likes.
Why do we gotta have to have Jada though? What do we gotta have? I feel like to be my, you gotta be hood. I only with hood niggas. I don't want nothing that's not hood. You gotta carry a gun. If you don't carry it, I don't want you in my space. Jada, like, he couldn't be like a soccer player, like a billion-dollar soccer player. Like, you gotta have that like gangsta greasy to him. But you are like a suburban girl, like you're. I know. I literally am a suburban girl, like private school, Catholic school. But I always was attracted to those. So you just like a thug thing? Yeah.
This young lady does not come from what we would consider the hood. She's not even exposed to these type of guys in reality. She comes from a suburban area, yet she still wants a hood type dude.
Okay, like what do you gotta look like? Do you want him to have like a nice physique, like? Or I like my nigga ugly. Just a gun. That's all that he needs. So like, you shouldn't want her man to be from the trenches. Yeah, and have a little bit of street in them because that takes you far. Like seriously.
I've referred to some of these young ladies as knuckleheads in my past videos, and I'm referring to this young lady as a knucklehead too. You come from a good part of town, but you want to run with the thugs. And did she say that if you're with a hood dude, it'll take you far? Clearly she hasn't been in the hood, because the type of guys that she's describing, they don't get that far. Either he'll end up in jail or 10 toes up in a casket. Now this next young lady, I kind of understand why she wants a bad boy, because that's what she grew up around. But it still doesn't change the fact that it might not end up well for her or him.
Jada went viral. Jada, Lil Baby's baby mom, she went viral saying that she likes street guys, guys who have, guys who wear street shit, guys who carry guns, guys who are just in the street. She says that they're more fun. And you agreed with that?
That's true. That's absolutely true. That's true. It's a thrill. That's all that is. It's like,
it's a thrill.
I don't know. Thrills is fun.
Thrills is
fun. And the type of thrills you're talking about can end your life early.
You know, it's exciting.
It's exciting.
Being with somebody that's calm and just, you know, don't got nothing going on. It's like, let's do something exciting. Where the excitement is, like, let's get into a fight. You know.
See, these women don't know what to do with themselves unless there's chaos. Now, I do understand. Women like her come from low-income areas, but so do women in developing countries. Question: how many times do you see a woman overseas making a video like this, talking about they want a hood dude?
Right.
So your life being on the line every day, that's a thrill?
No.
Your life is a thrill?
No, I ain't gonna lie. It used to be, but it ain't gotta be every day. It could be here and there, but not every day.
Here and there.
But
you like a guy to where every day his life is different. He's doing something. It's a different day every day.
Have you ever noticed that when a woman is being asked about a man being exciting, they never tell you what they have planned for when they get bored with that man?
I mean,
like a guy working a job, the same, come home, go to work, no excitement. To you, you don't want that. You want
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but he gotta be fun. He gotta do something to make up for, like.
See, the man has to always be the one to entertain them.
Not even make up for what he doing. He just gotta be fun. You know, you can have a regular job. You just better be turned like. But that's the excitement. You know, that's the excitement.
If I have to constantly entertain you to keep you around, never mind, I'm good. Keep it pushing.
And that's what street dudes bring. They bring that excitement, like high speed, running from the police.
Running from the police.
Yeah, driving fast, smoking. It's just like that life is fun.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I can't blame you because you really come from that. It's not like you're a suburban girl and you trying to be that. That's you.
Now I do get it. Because I lived in those type of neighborhoods. That's all she sees, so that's all she knows. But what gets me was when you have these women that come from suburban areas talking about they want a bad boy. That's a whole other story. Now stay tuned. I got a young man that's going to tell you what's really happening with a lot of these so-called bad boys.
That's what I'm used to. So I don't know, when I be meeting dudes and they don't be like that, it be like I be missing home. Like I need a hood nigga. Like that's what I mean. I be feeling like when I go to other places, it ain't nobody like. It's not nobody like St. Louis.
Now, although I understand the situation, she's still gonna end up just like the rest of them. Running with these bad boys never ends well. Either she's gonna mess around and catch a case, or he's gonna end up in jail or worse. Then she's gonna end up running with another bad boy, and the cycle starts all over again. The last option is she's going to try to convert and get with a good guy, but she's not going to know how to pair bond with the good guy. Now, I've been saying what this guy's about to tell you for the longest time. There's something about these bad boys that a lot of these women don't know, and here it is.
A street dude ain't no different than a female. They propagate gangsterism. Women think that's masculinity. It's a call for help. Street dudes grew up without a father.
Father time, they gonna teach him how to be in the streets.
But listen, when you staring at a street dude, what did he do? What you looking at? What you looking at? That's the same thing that women do. When you're staring at a woman, it's like, well, boy, what you looking at? They got the same energy as a woman. It's just,
I've seen that.
It just has a different frequency to it.
Yeah.
Not the same energy.
Right.
When you're over emotional, that creates toxicity. Your emotions is not in balance with logic. Like they're dealing with a lot of internal problems.
Yes.
Propagate gangsterism.
Yes.
And women think that's masculinity. Smoking all day, popping pills, you know what I'm saying, flashing the money. They trying to compensate for the lack thereof. Something happened to that man when he was a little boy. A lot of them deal with a lot of mental issues. While a lot of them are really like low-key homosexuals too. A lot of
I heard about that. I did hear about that.
Tell it. That's true.
Really think, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of women today, you know, they really think that like, oh, you're a street dude, you know what I'm saying? You get listening to NBA, that's Bay right there. That's Bay, you got, you know, they think that's like masculine energy. A masculine man is always a very logical man, not an emotional man. Emotional people act on impulse.
Right.
He's talking true facts right there.
Right.
Emotional people act on impulse.
Right.
And who is generally emotional in their reactions?
Right.
Women. That's why you see a lot of these women nowadays flying off the handle in Western society the minute something doesn't go their way.
Right.
When I lived in that type of neighborhood, I got into disagreements with a few of these.
He's so right.
Our mission is to help. We help our community with.
I got into disagreements with a few of these so-called bad boys, and the first thing they wanted to do was fight. But when I came at them with a cool and calm voice and expressed to them that fighting is not going to resolve our issue, 9 times out of 10, they calmed down and we resolved the issue without getting into a fist fight. However, there was 1 or 2 times when I had to go toe-to-toe with one of them, and that's when you find out how soft some of them really are. Imagine me back in the day, 5'8", 145 pounds, soaking wet, beating the crap out of a so-called bad boy that weighs about 200 pounds. The whole neighborhood was in awe. Oh yes, I had to do it a couple of times. A lot of them are not as tough as you think they are. Now I made this video to prove a point, that most of these so-called bad boys are good guys, just pretending to be bad boys, meaning they're faking it. And the ones that are really bad boys, they're not as masculine as you think they are. The majority of them function just like women. They respond to damn near everything with their emotion. And we already know where responding with your emotions can land you, in jail or in a casket. So ladies, go ahead and get you a bad boy. He's either faking it, like Tupac did, to get what he wants from you.
So I went through a week of just going, forget it, I'm just going to be like them. because they seem to get the girls and they call girls the B word, you know?
Or you're running with a man who has the emotional capacity of a 15-year-old girl. And to all the good guys out there, I salute you. If she wants a bad boy, let her have him. Just get your passports and go where real women appreciate real good men. Hey, somebody had to tell you, and I love you, so it might as well be me. Don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. I post a new video every week. And
it gets even better yet, my foreign friend. Because guess how some women want to do now with us. Check this woman out.
So the other day I made a YouTube short about old Ebony K. Williams, our good old
Watch this video.
friend Ebony K. Oh boy, I tell you. Well, Ebony has done it again. Ebony is now encouraging the complete destruction of the black family. It's enough that within history we've had racists and white supremacists in the government putting every kind of program together to destroy the black family, mass incarceration, etc. But Ebony K. Williams is a willing participant in trying to destroy the little bit of black families left. So let's listen to Ebony K. Williams and see how she's advocating the destruction of the black family.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more black women consider and even exercise. So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You're crazy.
Because black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests. And now that bypassing those insufficient...
Wait. So a man and a woman together, raising children together.
Listen to
that's
this one,
husband
man.
and wife. That doesn't serve your interest. Ebony, let's just keep it real, sister. You can't attain it. That's what it is. You can't attain it. You couldn't even attain it with Zaddy.
She had a white man.
You couldn't attain it with Zaddy, because that's who you really wanted to have, is Zaddy. And you can't attain it with the brothers. That's your problem. You got so-called success, but love and marriage eludes you. This is kind of bad, Ebony. This is bad. But see, Ebony, if you thought a certain way and kept it to yourself, hey, I ain't got nothing to say. That's your life, do you? But when you're using a platform to spread this filth, this is filthy and degenerate to me, okay? Sukihana isn't the only one that is degenerate. Ebony K. Williams is degenerate too. She may not be out there like Sukihana shaking her butt everywhere and talking about eating dudes' booty and all that. She may not be doing any of that, but she's advocating the destruction of family, and she's advocating single motherhood, which has destroyed the black community. And she wants to promote more of it, but let's continue.
Relationships does not have to come at the expense of motherhood. Well, frankly, it's a whole new world. A world in which black women are no longer subject to the desperation of being chose, because now we get to do the choosing.
Oh, God. Ebony, just admit defeat, Ebony. Admit
Coming
it.
from a
What's
woman.
wrong with y'all admitting defeat?
This is where it's coming
See,
from.
listen, I didn't get chose. Why? Because something's wrong with me.
Right.
And I need to figure out what's wrong with me.
Right.
Maybe I need to talk to a few men to figure out what's wrong with me so I can correct those issues through the eyes of a man. Since I want a man, I need to come to men and ask them, what is it I'm doing wrong? What I'm saying wrong? What is it? That way I can correct myself so I can get the man that I would like to have. You understand? See, to me, this sounds like I've given up. I can't get a man, so...
You're hovering, wondering if you click buy or book.
That's what it
is. Your personal info going to be safe?
This is what I'm going to do. And that's fine if that's what Ebony wants to do with her life.
Right.
But when you're sitting up here on a platform encouraging other women, or younger women especially, to be thinking this way, this is beyond wrong.
And as we choose, we do have to contend with the reality of a dismally small supply of black sperm. Because most black women on this journey, we want to create children that look like us, and that look like our families, and that means we want black sperm. And as we heard from Reese Brooks, it's the definition of slim pickings, and sometimes that means compromising on this aspect of your journey.
God, those images of black single mothers. So other groups of people could have their families, right? And I'm not even just saying other groups. I'm talking about even other groups outside the descendants of slaves. Africans could have their families. Caribbeans could have their families, right? Afro-Latinos could have their families. But people in descendants of slaves or freedmen, you're advocating single motherhood, Ebony. That has proven to harm the children.
Yeah.
And Ebony, you is so selfish, Ebony, because you're advocating this because you failed as a woman. You failed. You couldn't obtain the man you wanted. You failed.
Exactly.
You was in your prime. And see, instead of chasing Zaddy, you should have been hollering at the brother. Because now you're looking at brothers now. You're looking at brothers and see brothers. Look, they don't want you, but they want your seed. This is why I tell men.
Yeah.
Like you boycotting marriage.
Don't
boycott
do it.
those sperm banks.
Don't do it.
Boycott them.
Don't do it.
Because they should not get nothing. If they don't want you, then they don't get your seed.
Right.
Now, I am extremely fortunate that I was able to secure 2 vials of black sperm from California Cryobank when I embarked on this part of my journey last fall.
Man.
But I do know that I am an outlier.
You sat up there and got 2 vials of black male seed. You could have got that for free, literally, if your attitude was right. You didn't have your face scrunched up all the time. If you would actually be freaking nice, you can get that for free. You paid money for the seed of a black man. Like you're a woman of a different community or something. And even women in different communities can get that for free without paying a freaking dime. Ebony, you are sad. All that so-called success you got, and this is what you're relegated to. No
and
man
only married couples who
and
can't
buying
conceive
black
would do
male
that.
seed and
Why would
telling
you do
people
that as a
I
single
got 2
woman?
vials because I'm fortunate enough to have it. How do you fix your face to talk like that? And also, I want to let y'all know, on that video, they cut the comments off.
So I've got 2 concrete tips for single black women who think this may be an option.
And this is tips from a failed woman. No marriage, buying black male seed, okay? Listen to her advice.
Either now or maybe later. Number 1, please check out Reproductive Village. It's a new black-owned cryobank, and it's designed to help with this shortage of black sperm.
Don't do
It's
it.
set to open its doors in
Don't
DC
do it.
later this year, and it will also have drop-off locations in Atlanta and Houston, Texas.
So, we don't care if it's black owned. Still not going on there giving them crap.
No.
You don't want a black man, you don't get a black child. It's that simple.
Right. Exactly.
And number 2, be proactive. I say
Do
go
what
ahead and
the
start
brat
looking
did.
right now for desirable black sperm. You register with all 4 of the big
Get a white-
cryobanks,
get a
and this
white
includes
sperm.
California Cryobank, which I used, Seattle Sperm Bank, Fairfax Cryobank, and Zytex. Then you can scan the current options for black sperm. And if you see some sperm that you like, I suggest go ahead and buy at least 2 vials right now. Even if you do not intend to use them anytime soon, trust me, it's better to have them than to be without them when the time comes. And listen, if you never need them, for whatever reason, what a wonderful gift to give to a friend or a sorority sister in need. And also, most of those banks, they allow you to resell the sperm back to the bank itself.
Oh my God, Ebony. This is what you've been relegated
What?
to, Ebony. I've never thought in my life I'd hear a black woman talking like this.
Me neither.
I've heard white women talk like this, but a black woman?
Right.
A black woman. And listen, you even talking about selling and trapping seed? Is this what we about to do now? Is that about to be the flip? Is this what the men going to have to start doing? It's like, look, man, check this out. I got 2 vials for you, but I need about 10. I need 10 racks for this. But you know what? You better get it right now because I got somebody else that want to play 20 racks for these 2 vials I got. So, no, man. I mean, should if they willing to buy this stuff, I mean, shoot, that may be a good business for some of y'all. But only the risk you take with that is the child support aspect. That's the only risk you take. But if you can get the legal aspect right, and you get the legal paperwork where you're not bound to what you're doing, man, you probably can start trapping. Shoot, and like, man, I'm a millionaire. How you became a millionaire? Shoot, man, I became a millionaire, man, selling my seed, man. Shoot. Instead of me doing my thing and wasting it, shoot, I'm putting in some vials, man. I'm making $30,000 a day. $30,000 a day I'm making, bro. Like I said, I became a multi-millionaire, and I got way more supply for them. I'm laughing because that's basically what you can turn a business into what Ebony got going on here, because the sperm bank's not going to give you no money. So the men might as well go ahead and create their own companies and start doing it. This is the Twilight Zone. I'm laughing, but this is a freaking Twilight Zone. Something you can get for free all day long. But Ebony here, she going to buy vials. That let you know how much she can't stand the black man.
Right.
She want his seed, though.
Listen, I know that many are going to question or even indict the decision that I and many other black women are making to become single mothers by choice. But
no, it's single mother by default. It's not by choice. That's what you're telling yourself, Ebony. You're telling yourself that so you don't feel like a failure. Well, I'm single by choice. Well, I'm not married by choice. No, you're not married because nobody wants your behind. No, you're a single mother because that's all you can do. You can't get a man to marry you and build a family with you. You are a failure. That's the most minimum thing that a woman's supposed to do on the planet Earth, is have a man to love her, have a family, as minimum and natural for that to happen. And Ebony couldn't secure that. They got women right now listening to this message that has secured all what I'm talking about. Got multiple children with their husband, been with their husband 10, 20, 30 years. Ebony, out of all her so-called success, couldn't even attain that.
I, like the women you heard from today, go by the creed of no regrets. I have, and many black women have, too much love, too many resources, and too rich of a community not to share these gifts with children of our own. Children that will one day, no doubt, enrich and contribute to the next generation of Black America.
Here's how you can defeat any criminal thug.
Yeah, that's what they call. So to you Hebrew and Christian people, this is what direction we going. Just listen to this video. And people say, why we gotta stick back? What do you do when you have women with that kind of mindset? What is the Hebrew men, black men, supposed to do with women with that mindset? What we supposed to do? What we supposed to do? I'm just saying. What are men supposed to do like that? That's why men have to go to another part of the world because of women like that. That's why. And it's really making women here look bad because it's going to send a message to men who have the resources. No.
Nobody likes me, but that's okay, because I'm going to speak the truth anyway. Yeah, I'm going to speak the truth anyway.
I'm going to give you some New Breed.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. I see Julian in the building. Tristan Thompson's in the house. Stephanie. King Dirt. LTM. Honey Blonde 26. We are live, man. What is going on? Julian in the building. Gina. Angela's in the house. Joey, let's go, let's go. Brothers and sisters, look at our queens. They all in the news. They going viral every other day for their public displays of wickedness, pretty much. It's everywhere. It's hard to ignore it.
spectacle for all to see. And there's a lot of judgment coming to a lot of these sisters who are just out here acting combative, destructive in nature. And all we gotta do is marvel at it because, you know, the world doesn't like when people speak against wickedness and evil. And, you know, there's a lot going on right now in the news with Cardi B, as well as Lizzo. Her dancers, former dancers, because she fired them, they spoke out against some of her behavior, and we're gonna, you know, dissect what was said and break that down. And Cardi B is assaulting people. She assaulted a DJ. She assaulted a person in her audience. She's now facing battery charges. And I got a real serious question. And I'm just gonna shoot straight from the hip with this. Within the confines of the Western world, is it safe to say that BWs have a problem with conflict resolution? Is it safe to say?
Yeah.
They have a problem with conflict resolution. And this is because the Western world allows them to do whatever they want to do. It allows them to act out, to be destructive. Like they are on a war path, like they got infinity stones. I mean, they running around just terrorizing the streets. You got Sukiana running around talking about she eating ninjas' rear ends all over the globe. I mean, you got these women assaulting people. They tearing up Popeye's chicken and McDonald's. I mean, they like animals, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just calling it right like it is. They like animals. Because the Western world allows them to do whatever they want without any consequences. So let's talk about Cardi B. Let's talk about it. Because a lot of our women are defending Cardi B. They said that she's just defending herself. That black queen, although I don't believe she's technically a black woman, but that queen nonetheless deserves to be able to defend herself, and nobody should really be able to say nothing about it. She shouldn't face assault charges. She shouldn't be punished by the law for anything that she does. That's what most of our women are saying. When Cardi B is a total basket case. Peep this.
Splash me with water, bitch.
Yo, somebody splashed me with water and proceeds to pop one of her fans' head. You know how hard that mic? That's a hard ass microphone, yo. You heard it when that mic hit that person's head. You heard it. It ricocheted off of like 3 heads, y'all. I'm telling you. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. For the people that was in their audience that got hit with that mic, the next time we see you, you should be laid up in a hospital bed with a neck brace on. You should have your head wrapped around. Have a nurse come in there with some ice water and literally bring the ice water to your lips and let you drink and seriously sue the hell out of Cardi B. I'm telling you some real talk, bro. It's like, has she lost her damn mind, bro? Have the demons legit took over? How you gonna tell somebody it's hot out here, splash me with some water, and then proceed to take that hard ass microphone and pop your fans over the head? Like, who allows people to do, like, where they do this at, man? Where's her publicist at? Be up in a hospital with a leg brace and everything. Have a leg brace, neck wrapped up, head wrapped up. Hey, and I know some people would say, well, New Breed, she told them to splash water, but that fan waited too long. It's only on her accord they splashed the water. Okay, that's what you're gonna say? So that wasn't a demonic spirit that just forgot what she just told the fans to do, right? Alright, so since you defending her saying, you know, the fans shouldn't have splashed that water, you know, it was too late, she already got splashed. Alright, since your resolution is to pop
somebody hit somebody, assault somebody, then how do you explain this one?
And Cardi B. Now streaming free on Salesforce Plus, it's Connections, the virtual conference for marketers. And Cardi B. And Cardi B's recent trip to Vegas was eventful, to say the least. We're now learning, though, she threw her mic in frustration not once, but twice.
Man, come on, y'all. You can't defend this. She out here hitting DJs. Yo. Now, Cardi B said that them demons, they done got up in her. You know, she said a while ago that some of the music she making, she feel like it invokes benevolent spirits. And y'all think it's a joke. Like seriously, is Cardi B losing her damn mind, bro? You don't just go and this DJ, he's spinning your records. This man is doing his job, yo. You don't get on stage and throw that hard ass microphone at nobody, bro. Like you can take somebody out with one of them mics, bro. But this is what's going on with these women. Like, since it's unchecked, nothing they do gets any type of backlash. It's like this world is there. It's a place where they can just come and just wreak havoc. And then y'all get mad when the brothers say these women need to be held accountable. When we talk about accountability, and anytime we speak on these issues, all the women want to say, I hate black women. All of this nonsense. But look at what's going on. Look at your queens. Yeah, this is your queens. Let me tell you something. They need to lock Cardi B up. She been needed to be locked up for a long time, brothers and sisters. I'm just telling you straight like it is. I'm telling you straight like it is. Matter of fact, look at your queen.
Oh man, let me just get it popping. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just hire any little project nigga like here, $200, handle that.
Damn, male or female, he'll hit a motherfucker. You better be careful, sir.
Yeah, if a nigga cheat on me, I'll be like, alright, I'ma take him out, we're gonna get drunk, I'ma get him all perked up and everything, we're gonna have a good time, get him super twisted, then bring a bitch around, we're gonna have a threesome, and when he wake up, he gonna be like, what the fuck? Yeah, because the bitch was a tranny. I'll be like, yup, we had a threesome with a tranny. Yup.
Send that nigga to jail. Period.
This is our women.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way, yeah.
It just ain't no way that somebody can get online and admit to all these crimes. And at one point, nobody says anything about this, bro. This is evil. That's demonic, ladies and gentlemen. This woman just said, wait, hold up. Let me get this right. She pays hood ninjas to just go out here and commit petty crimes. I don't know the context of what she was talking about, but she said she just be paying random cats off the streets a few dollars to go out here and do her light work, right? Then turns around and says that if a man cheats on her, she gonna have that man drugged up, messed up out here in these streets, and then she gonna lay down with a transition, bring a transition in the bedroom. Yo, I mean, this woman way out of pocket. Then she said the way she got where she got, you know, how she came up on her grind was setting dudes up, having them come to the hotel, getting robbed. You don't even know how many brothers that got killed, lined up, finito, finish. Why this woman ain't under investigation? And then you see, since nobody checked that behavior, now she running around popping people in their damn head with microphones. You know why? Because she can do what she want in this American culture. Go over there to Dubai. Go over there to Africa. Go over there to Muslim countries and you start acting like that. See what happens to you.
She ain't going over there.
But this system here empowers these women to do the unspeakable, man. And then Offset got the nerve to take this woman as a wife, man. But here go your queens. Here go your queens, though. She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who. Well, the whole world want to look at these joints as queens, though. Not my queen. New breed, you can't be talking about them queens. They should have never got this brew started. I know that's what y'all thinking. They should have never got this ninja started, bro. But that's what's going on, though. I'm telling you, man, this is the scriptures tell us, man, plain as day. Yo, I'm going to the book of Sirach, chapter 25. The scriptures say the wickedness of a woman changeth her face, and darketh her countenance like sackcloth. This is why Cardi B don't look the same. She used to look like an innocent young lady. She looked like a woman that had potential. She had a certain charisma about herself, where she seemed very down to earth and people related to her. When you look at Cardi B, you don't see that no more. There's a darkness there. And this is why a lot of these women be getting all this plastic surgery in the industry, because they be going through these metamorphoses that they like to hide, because that's the demons that's on them. Those are evil spirits on them, bro. That's exactly what it is. The scriptures go on to tell us, real quick, goes on to tell us, her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth it, shall sigh bitterly. So, he not happy. While he amongst his peers, he sighs bitterly, even when this woman called him, when he got to deal with her. Right? It goes on to say, all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. So, all you ladies that like to, get upset, get all in your feelings because brothers is correcting these women. Listen, all wickedness is little to a woman. This is why we are addressing these issues. I don't see too many ladies speaking out against this behavior. It takes men to come through and actually point these things out and correct it, so you can know this is unacceptable. That behavior is unacceptable. Y'all can't be dealing that way in households. You're not going to be able to keep a man. You're not going to be able to have no success in life if this is your conflict resolution. It's assaulting and putting your hands on a man, woman, or anybody anytime you get in your feelings and get upset. You want to go on attack mode. I don't see too many women calling out this behavior, but the men in the truth do it, and we're persecuted for it. But anyway, let's continue. It says, as the climbing up a sandy way is to the feet of the aged, so his wife full of words to a quiet man. So that means a man who is decent don't need no woman who do a lot of damn talking. You understand? A man who is real don't need no woman that's full of words, always running her mouth. Right? Verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Don't get caught up in the beauty of a woman. Some of y'all don't care how these women act. They can be like wild animals. They can be like wild animals, savages, but y'all looking at some behind. Y'all looking at breast and lips. And the Bible tell you not to do that. King Connect, thank you for the support. Proverbs 11:22 says, as a jewel of a gold in a swine's snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. That's a fact. If they all hanging out and out here being trifling and showing themselves all over the place, they're like a pig with a nose ring. That's Bible. Straight up. But this is your Cardi, right? This is your Cardi B. And people really defend this stuff. They defend this behavior. All right. It goes on to say, a wicked woman abateth the courage, maketh an heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband is distressed, maketh weak hands and feeble knees. Now listen to what this says. It says, a wicked woman abradeth courage, maketh a heavy countenance, and a wounded heart. You can look at these women and see that they carry the heavy countenance, and they bring that heavy countenance onto their husbands and boyfriends and anybody that they're around. They're destructive. I'm literally, everybody they're around, they bring them down. And we're going to talk about that when we speak in regards to Lizzo and her former dancers, right? But, you know, if you look at some of these women performers, these, like your Sukianas, she looked a certain way before she said that she sold her soul to the devil. Her countenance changed. There's a darkness on these women, and you can see it. If you got any type of discernment, you can see it. But y'all want New Breed to be like Umar Johnson out here in these streets and talk about my beautiful black queens and my queens. No matter what they do, they queens. No matter what they say, they queens. But now, come on now, brother. What's going on in the community when you're talking about queen? And yeah, Sukiana, she walk around talking about she want to eat rear ends. She's a queen. Yeah, Cardi B is popping people in the head with mics talking about how she set up, drug, violate men, rob, finesse and finagle men and drug them up and all of this. But yeah, but they queens. They all queens, huh? Man, listen.
You mean Dr. Umar Johnson? Hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan-African. Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother God, Cocoa Butter, and Sea Moss Gold and shit. I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon. Get over here!
I ain't always agree with everything that Kevin Samuels said, but damn it, that man was right on that one. He had it right on that one, bro. We're the real men who gonna speak up and speak out. That's the question. Where's the women that's gonna speak up and speak out and be like, you know what? These people don't represent us. When are the ladies gonna say, you know what? Cardi B, Lizzo, all of these female rappers and entertainers, social media personalities and so forth, they are a horrendous misrepresentation of the BW. You don't really see that. But you always see these same women attacking brothers who are actually real men who are sent forth to correct these women and tell you like it is. So you don't fall into their traps and snares. Look, them bras is miserable. Them bras is wicked. I don't give a damn how much money they got. I don't care about how many Birkin bags, high heels, trips they taking. I don't give a damn. They're truly miserable because if you're that angry and you're making all this money, you're touring, seeing the world, but you running around the world popping people in the head with microphones. Something's wrong with that. But I know what y'all gonna say. New breed, but they the mothers of the earth. They are queens. I know that's what y'all gonna.
She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever, a queen who do whatever his highness desires.
When it comes to ceramics, Mother's Ultimate Hybrid and CMX line is all about innovation and.
I'm gonna cut this video short, man. New premix with good videos. Everybody, you can go see the one about go out to his channel. He talks about Lizzo, but yeah, he made a lot of good points. Every good point in the video, and these women don't want to accept the fact, and some of them don't want to take accountability. So by them running to social media and just telling all their business, I mean, what other race, other nationality of women from a different part of the world is running, even the ones who are able to speak English, that we can understand, tell about their business, about their men's business. What other nationality women are doing this? I mean, I've seen women from all across the country. They don't be talking about stuff like that. Why is it that the Western women are like that? Why they got to tell all they raunchy, disgruntled business in front of the whole damn world? Embarrassing the Western counterpart of men. Talk about their personal things and insulting them about their income and something about this and what they do in the bedroom and all. I mean, it's like, wow, really? We don't. There's no moral. That's why. You don't find too many. Even if a man would start doing it, it wouldn't even look down. It wouldn't even look right. So, yeah, and so you're gonna see a lot of, and I feel bad for the women who don't conduct themselves that way, because they're gonna be still single, because you have these other women who are the counterparts acting a fool. They talk. They just say anything off their lips. Don't think logic things through. They get all in the emotions and just think that it's acceptable. And some men go and then wondering why they can't get a man. It's their own mouth. It's what they say. Then it's one thing, like Phil say, you do it in public, but I'm doing it in private. That's one thing with a few friends. But you go on a public platform, you go on a podcast, a social media like TikTok, YouTube, advising women that use destructive behavior. You need to be called out. You make it harder for women to get together. And when he said about the test tube, guys, listen what I said in one video. They can use that maybe somewhere in the future and say, you owe child support. So you can give up your seat you want to. But if you got a good job, they're coming at you. They ain't gonna mess with the guys that are bad boys. Because me and my buddy were just talking about it. They coming after the guys' righteousness of you. And they'll take everything and cost you your money. You'll go to work and half your paycheck be gone because of some legal issue. So I wouldn't give up that seed, man. I'm telling you. Number two thing. This is the reason why in this country you're gonna find in foreign men who listen to this video. That's the reason why. Thank God don't let this Western corruption come to your country, and don't let them think why. Keep your woman feminine. Don't let the Western influence come over to your country with this all women men reduced to nothing. That's what it was. Even when I heard a man recently was talking about this, and I didn't even know about, I heard about this Barbie movie. Did you know that it's to make men look like they're dumb, they're stupid? In the video, and I heard this man talking about this on a Christian station. So they pushing this agenda, the uplift and kind of Right. In other words, to be a man, to be a heterosexual, straight out for male, it's like it's sin now. They have literally neutered the men in this country. They have literally tried to neuter most straight men in this country, and that's why men like Passport Joes and Passport Bros are leaving the country, because they're going to a matriarchal society. Now, some men that go over there that messed up, doing what they do, you got a few knuckleheads in between. But majority of the men are trying to find a woman that's trying and are able to take care of a woman by their income standard and their currency standards. So why some of these women here saying you need to make 6 figures and big 6 feet and drive so you can showboat that you got some fancy car you're making $800 payments to, you know what I'm saying? You broke, you stressed out, you know, and you don't know any day now you could be laid off your job. And it's happening around the world the way the economy is. But these women don't consider that. These women, you gotta work harder and work harder till you work yourself into the ground. Man, if the women tell you something like that, a woman tell you something like that, it's time to say la vie. Go find your woman and there are women on the planet that would love you for you, and whether you make it 30,000, 40,000, all you gotta do is get your health up right and and put your investments in passive income. The heck with them. Take their high-minded and high sedity attitude. And for the foreign men, hey, we give them to you. I can say a certain percent. You want to deal with these American women? Deal with their personality. Go deal with the bad boy, the nice boy. Brother, come right on over here. This you're gonna see what we kind of, as American men, we gotta deal with. We gotta deal with their personality. Then they think that we should just be like they psychiatrists, be like a damn lapdog, you know, and just kind of feel empty for them. And sometimes, you know, in which they need to go someplace and sit down. And that's the reason why a lot of women are single, because they will not humble themselves before the mighty hand of the Most High. That's a fact. They're too proud. They would even argue with God. I'm serious with God about that. I ain't doing this. I'm not going to do this. Lord, I ain't going to cook him his meal. I ain't going, because I'm super strong. And you have him right up in the church. You're supposed to love your husband. But I ain't gonna honor him. I've had this. I remember my own pastor says it, and he's from Nigeria. He's from Africa, and I kid you not, when it was in the scriptures, and it said how you honor your husband. Do you know those women online saying, "Well, I believe in love, but I don't know about the honoring thing." You know what he said? He said this Western culture have really kind of made the American. We doing this by the scriptures, anointed, you know, and these women still have that Western mindset. So if your pastor, or I don't know, whatever your spiritual, if they won't do it by the book, by spiritual and by the book, ain't no sense of being with them. They're gonna be single. And the only way, it's like God want to have a husband. Well, first, the God that if you have the Holy Spirit, He gonna have to correct you from the inside out, and you gonna have to accept a knowledge that you have a problem. And I don't care how your ego, your pride. I know you've been that type of woman, because sometimes it probably take God Himself to kind of correct you, because you got some of these older women and some of these forward, just say everything on their mind kind of women. That's why they have talked their relationships away. And even in Proverbs it talks about that. The book of Proverbs talk about women like that. That's why they're single. And they don't make them men want to be loving in that first committed relationship. It's their own mouth. I said before, it's your mouth is your own destruction. But you can't tell some of you women, some are older, middle aged, or whatever, because they and then when they get to certain type of men, they try to make them like a son, talk to them like their son. They don't treat them like a man, a mate. You know, and some women, and in some of our women, mostly with our women, don't know the difference between talking to your man as a man and talk and knowing what is the difference between how you talk to him as a mate. Don't talk to a man as your son. That turns men off. And you have a lot of our women, and there's white other women too, that try to have that same personality. And that's why the very women you see, one of the reasons why they're single, because they don't know how to tame that tongue. They don't know how to tame it. And in the book of James talks about that. Fact. And even though some of you, why are all these single women in church? That's why the women are single in church. And they'll listen to the pastor, but they won't listen to their husband. Hello. That's why. And some men don't want to come into church. Because like, dang, what you supposed to display to me, what you've learned in the Word. I don't see that as the wife. So some men, maybe that's why some husbands don't come to church. Because what is it? You're not learning something. You read it, you hear the word over the pulpit, but you're not even applying to it. Or if you're a Muslim, you're not applying it. I mean, I don't know how the Muslim religion is, but I'm talking about as Christians in church. Or it could be Hebrew, Hebraic women. You got to know. So that's the reason why. That's the reason why when you have a lot of, because they too much amount, and then if they too much, that crosses that line of that you're trying to be the man. Guess what you're going to attract? Another woman with a male spirit. Because that's the only kind of woman going to be attracted to you, because why? It's a spirit of rebellion. A rebellion against the order of the way God intended to be. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and for the women that come across this video, think about that. And for the men that say the American men are sorry, you come over and you deal with this stuff. You deal with this. You can tame them, but go right here, because American men, some of the American men are checked out. We gone. We gone. Because they own mouth. So you foreign men think, oh, you American, you gotta do this. Let's try it, bruh. You tried all these women. You see what I had to show you. You think we weak or whatever? Okay. Get in a relationship with some of these Americans with that attitude. Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this video. Next time, share with your friends, like and subscribe. I'll see this, go upload this later. Be blessed. And the women need to think, men, be careful. Protect yourself, keep your health up, protect your seed. Be blessed.